Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's post-game report. Cowboys get the big victory today in overtime. Thanks for everybody joining me live in the chat box and watching this on the replay. This is the Dallas Cowboys versus New England Patriots post-game report. The serious? Camo time, baby. 5-1, baby. 5-1 going into the bye week. This was a slugfest. This was a slugfest, man. We looked dead in the water there at the end of the game. Let's talk about this game. Shout out to everybody in the chat box. What a win. Let's give ourselves an applause here because this is not your 2020 Cowboys. They stuck with it. They grinded it out. There was a lot in this game that I didn't like, but there's a lot in this game that I did like. So we're going to talk about both sides of this. We'll talk about game ball nominations and this sorts of things. But, guys, shout out. We are in it to win it. We are leaps and bounds ahead here in the NFC East. Right now we're in the driver's seat. It is still very early in the season, but it's good to have a pretty good lead here in the division. All right, so, oh, man, I'm exhaling. It was the Cowboys, they've kind of been starting these games a little sloppy with quick 3-and-outs, sloppy plays, penalties. This ref crew, the Brad Allen crew, pretty ticky-tack crew. I didn't think there was a worse crew than Jerome Boger's. This crew really stepped up and really outdid themselves. Really bad ref crew, ticky-tack stuff. The penalties. In replay, they were penalties, but, I mean, they were calling everything in their favor. You know what I mean? Now, what really got me was that goal line touchdown. That got in there. This is the second time we've been ripped off on the end zone by the refs. All right, we got ripped off. I think it was game one or one of these games where Dak Prescott broke the line, and they didn't give it to us. Again, we didn't break the line. Then the next play, the fumble. So, bad sequence there. Refs it was the Cowboys versus Patriots and the refs. Big time, bro. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, they got a couple of plays, but man, they were on us. The Boston mob has twisted the arms of the refs or something, man. There's something goofy going on there in New England. But what a game, man. What a game. We go to 5-1. Patriots go to 2-4. We knew that this was going to be a good game because Belichick, he knows how to really apply pressure on the offense and their well-sound, schemes on defense. So it was a good game. I think that they had us dead to rights there at the end. But Trevon Diggs, let's talk about the player of players. 7 interceptions for the season. Pick 6. I mean, that looked like we were going to win the game right there. But there was a lot of time on the clock. Next series, they got a quick touchdown. I think that the Cowboys were just unprepared there. Diggs got beat, and they took the lead back. But Dak Prescott, man, you got to give this guy a lot of credit, dude. This guy is clutch. I feel that with Dak Prescott, our quarterback, you feel that if we have the ball in Dak Prescott's hands, we have a chance to win the game. That's why I really tweeted that. Dak Prescott's gonna drive us down the field, and ultimately we're gonna win this game. So, a couple of things I didn't like about this game. Let me know in the chat box and in the comments, what did you not like about the game? I'll go ahead and talk about that here. Connor Williams had his worst game of the year. A lot of penalties on replay. There were penalties, just a lot of grabbing. He had a terrible game, bro. Connor Williams was pissing me off, dude. He was really getting on my nerves today. Tyron Smith left the game, with an ankle injury, but he came back and finished the game. So toughed it out. You like to see that. He'll get the bye week to recover. But yeah, a lot of dumb penalties that really hurt a lot of our drive. Down and distance was a big challenge today. We were in a lot of 1st and 15, 2 and 20s. A lot of this where we had to gain a lot of yardage just to keep the drives going. But Cowboys were able to overcome the refs. They were able to overcome Bill Belichick and his cheating ways, and we got the win, bro. Greg Zuerlein, I still don't trust the guy. There at the end, I hate going for field goals. I just go for the touchdown. But of course, they're gonna do what they do. Zuerlein, terrible miss, and but he did get us into overtime. So something about that, you just never know about Greg Zuerlein. I don't like to leave games in the hands of the refs or the kickers. If the game is too close, you're really playing Russian roulette. We came out with the win. This team showed a lot of grit, true grit, bro. John Wayne style, man, true grit. Cheers to the Cowboys. Cheers to everybody in the chat box. We got the win. I love it. What a hell of a win. What a hell of a win. CeeDee Lamb had a monster game, 9 catches, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that last one to clutch it out, bro. What a hell of a win, man. How's everybody feeling in the chat box? Gameballs, let me know who gets the game ball today, guys. Let me know who gets the game ball. Super chat alert here by A. Lavelle. What's up, Joe? Hope all's well. What a great win. This team hung in there. Coaches made adjustments. Defense didn't bend after the big play. Still a lot of cleanup, but what a win. Go Cowboys, baby. Yeah. Like I've been saying, this team has become really good at second half adjustments. I knew this was going to be a close game at the halftime, and they really did. And when it came out in the second half, they stifled the Patriots. We started moving the ball. We're shutting them down 3 and out, third downs, this sort of thing, getting them off the field. Faced a lot of adversity in this game with penalties. Like I said, down and distance was the biggest thing to overcome with the refs. And some sloppy play from the offensive line. I think everybody had a penalty in this game. I think every lineman had a penalty in this game. Everybody. Biadish, Zach had one. I thought the Zach penalty was a BS one though. Steele, Tyron Smith, obviously Tyron Smith didn't have a very good game in that first half, and I don't know if it was the neck that was bothering him or what the deal was, but he had some holding penalties, false start, and all this other kind of crap. So offensive line, I think they're going to go into the bye week knowing that they gotta clean that up too. But the defense under Dan Quinn, what can you say? They stuck with it. They're not folding like a cheap suit anymore. You know what I mean? So you have playmakers. Micah Parsons kind of had a quiet game, in my opinion. I would have liked to see more from him today. I think that he just had a quiet game today. But Trevon Diggs, really good game. Randy Gregory, that dude's a bad man, bro. That guy's a bad man. So, contract extension talk will be one of the topics of the bye week. Randy Gregory definitely in the mix. Dalton Schultz, very clutch as well. 5 catches, 79 yards. So these guys that are in contract years are really showing out. Connor Williams, though, he's in contract year. He had not a good game at all. Not a good game at all. I was already ready to I wanted Connor McGovern to finish the game, dude. This guy was a complete train wreck today, dude. But they got it done. A lot of clutch passes. Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott had a lot of catches in this game, which was expected. It was a tough grind by the running backs, but they got their yards. So we got let's take a look at the yardage here. Zeke had 69 yards. Pollard had 41. Dak had 10, and Lamb had 2 on the jet sweep. So, still, all in all, the Cowboys got over 100 yards rushing. Dak Prescott, man, let's talk about Dak Prescott being in the MVP race, bro. Enough of this of getting slept on. They don't talk about Dak Prescott in the MVP race, and he should be. He really should be. I mean, this guy is playing out of his freaking mind, bro. Like, they talk about the MVP race. They're already talking about Rodgers. They still talk about Mahomes. He's not even having a good year. And Josh Allen, I think I think if you think about legitimate MVP guys that should be in the conversation, it should be Josh Allen and Dak Prescott. Those two, and then there's everybody else right now, and then Kyle Murray as well. But I'm not a big fan of him. I don't think he's all that. Dak Prescott needs to be in the conversation, bro. All right. We did see Donovan Wilson come back to the field, so that was good. Playing physical ball, man, hitting people left and right. So, but Curse making big plays as well. So these two safeties, they're gonna probably split pretty good time. I don't think that you're gonna give one over the other full time. Just think that you can't keep one or the other off the field. Each one of these safeties has a really good skill set that you like. So you get solid leadership and solid tackling on a Curse. Donovan Wilson, big hitter, physical player. So it's a good mix. It's a good mix at safety to have. We saw Malik Hooker. He had more snaps in this game as well. So they're getting after the quarterback and they're locking it down in the secondary. Anthony Brown, I thought he had a pretty good game as well overall. But Trevon Diggs, man, he's an all-pro, first ballot, first team all-pro. If the season ended right now, he has all the accolades. Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, you can clinch that up right now. All right. I love it, bro. I love the win. 5-1 going into the bye week. It's good, man, because this was a blue collar fight, man. Like I said, both these coaches have the blue collar background, and they came out swinging, man. This was a 12-round heavyweight battle. This had a playoff type feel to it, and it was a good test for the Cowboys. They passed it. It was a close one, but they did pass it. A lot to clean up. If they clean up some of these mistakes, because there were just too many penalties. You clean that up, this game is not as close as it should have been. This game should not have been this close if not for these stupid penalties. So, good game. This is a new culture here. All right. Little by little, you're getting rid of the soft Garrett Wright kind of guys out of here. You're getting rid of them. Brandon Knight is another one. He's gone now. Now you talk about the roster churn here. It's over 50%. It's over 50% roster churn. That's an amazing change, and I think you see that on the field. 50% of those players are no longer here. You have an influx of your own kind of players that Mike McCarthy is telling Will McClay to bring in here. So it's a good match. McCarthy needs to get a lot of credit as far as like scouting players, draft, because he works really well in concert with the GM. He did a really good job with the Packers, working with the GM over here, working really well with the kind of players he wants on offense and defense. So, we're in the right direction. We're in the right direction with McCarthy. Now, I know McCarthy gets a lot of flack, with some of the game decisions as far as like, going for it on fourth down or, going for field goals, this sort of thing. But at the end of the game, we won the game. We won the game, and it's a culture change, bro. I think that's a huge thing for the Cowboys, man. This culture has really evolved, and we're not done yet. That's the thing about it. But I think we're definitely, looking like a contender and not a pretender. I think a legitimate contender. You know what I mean? This team can go with toe-to-toe with any team in this league on any given Sunday and be very competitive and put it to you on both sides of the ball. Physical. This team is shown to be physical. These teams try to match the tempo of the D-line and offensive line, and I think they do a pretty good job up into the half. When the second half comes, these Cowboys really turn it up. They really turn it up, and you see it in every single game that we've played. So let's hope that we can keep that going. Guys, let's talk about the game balls here. Who, in your mind, should get the game ball for this huge victory over the New England Patriots on the road? Okay. Mike McCarthy was 1-4, all time, 0-2 on the road at the Patriots. He now has another win. He is now 1-2, and he's now 2-4. So it's good. It's good for McCarthy to get this win. I think he wanted it really bad. We got it. Dan Quinn, the difference maker. Trevon Diggs, year 2. Well, we got something special going on here in Cowboys in Dallas. All right, we really, really do. 5-1 into the bye week. We get the Minnesota, and we got reinforcements coming, man. We got reinforcements coming in. So Gallimore should be in the mix. Calvin Joseph should be in the mix. Josh Ball, I think we'll get some more depth there. To credit Ty Nsekhe, I thought he held up whenever Tyron Smith left the game. So he played better than I thought, which thank God, you know what I mean? So very good game. Gameballs, I got to give it to I think if we're talking about Gameballs, some of the ones that come to my mind would be Trevon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott. Those are the 3 there that really pop off the screen for me. Let me know what you guys think. Who gets the game ball in here? Bobby Domingo says Diggs gets the game ball. Brandon Boyce says Dak, CD, and Randy. Yeah, Randy had a hell of a game, man. He looked good out there. He's really developed a really good bull rush. You know, we think about Randy Gregory being more of one of these guys that screams off the corner with the bend and the swap, but now he has a new element to his pass rush, and that's the bull rush, playing with power. You know, speed to power. So he's converting that speed to power, and it's playing really good. It's playing really good. Shogun Drummond, Lamb with the game ball. Lamb with the game ball, yes. Yeah, he's got to be in there. Marvelin Group, good to see you in the chat box, bro. Game ball number 88. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Rex Wendland, game balls, Dak, CD, Diggs, Gregory. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. I am down with it. I saw a message in here. Dan the man Cunningham, good to see you in the chat box. Yeah, I thought Cooper had a little bit of a quiet game. But he did have some clutch passes in the game, so it wasn't his most explosive game, which is fine. I think CeeDee Lamb is really who picked it up. He had a monster game, so that's kind of how it is with these Cowboys. One week it's this guy turning it up, the next week it's another one, and these players are very they really like to share the wealth, right? So you know there's no hating between these guys. I mean, these guys are all, you know, it's a team, it's a complete team, you know, where everybody's sharing the wealth, man. So it's a good thing to have. Let's see what we got here. Jason Renfro. Wilson don't make the catch, and we're not talking about this win. Yeah, there was a clutch catch there by Cedric Wilson in OT, right, to keep that going. In this game, but before that, he kind of had a sloppy game. I don't think Cedric Wilson was 100% in here, but he redeemed himself. He definitely redeemed himself there at the end of the game with that key catch. But I think if you ask Cedric Wilson, he'll tell you that he didn't have the best game. But it's all good, bro. Martin Flores, good to see you, bro. I'm gonna give Bones credit for being aggressive on the block punt and working it. Yeah, that was a good one there, right? That was a very good block punt by Luke Gifford, the linebacker number 57. The block and recovery, you know. I wish we would have got more points out of that, but we did get points out of it nevertheless. So good work there. Good work there indeed. DC for Life 27, that third down on goal line that Dak TD was in. Refs didn't review it. Yeah, man. I was livid, man. I was really pissed off at that there. Yeah, they didn't even review it. They didn't even bother to review it. They just went ahead and placed the ball right there at the half-yard line. Yeah. They were trying to keep him in the game. They're definitely trying to keep him in the game. Lots of good play here by the Cowboys. Wavy 281. We get two key stars back, Michael Gallup and Collins. Yeah, it's gonna be good to get them back, man, because I think you're gonna need that depth at tackle. Because I'm a little worried about the Tyron Crawford neck still. He's pretty banged up. We knew that he was gonna get banged up sometime of the year, and you're gonna need them. So Lyle Collins looks like he's in shape and ready to rock and roll. Hopefully he won't be too rusty. That Minnesota game is looking like it's gonna be another good. That's gonna be another challenging game. Those guys are kind of turning it around right now. I think they're starting to turn it up over there in Minnesota. So that game doesn't look as easy as it was earlier in the year. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good game, man. You think it's too early for our bye? You would like it ideally more in the middle of the season. I think we're kind of close. So talking about week 7. So give or take a week or two. So I think it's close enough. It's close enough. So you got a lot of guys coming in here for reinforcements, man. We're definitely gonna need it. Gio Otero, talking about the refs. Yeah, I talked about them a little bit earlier. So the refs, you know, they're this is a bad crew, bro. Like whenever I looked when we were talking about this on the Friday night, conversation. One of my things was I wasn't really familiar with the Brad Allen crew. Now I am. It's worse than Jerome Boger's crew. Jerome Boger's crew is one of the worst, the most notorious crews in the NFL for having flags left and right. Surprisingly, when we had him ref our game a couple weeks ago, it wasn't too bad. These guys, Brad Allen crew, forget about it. These guys are terrible, man. They are terrible. I hope we don't get them again this season. They're really crappy. Did Dak get injured? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen if he got hurt or not. Is that something that has been reported post game? Mario Flores, breaking news: Dak has a right calf strain. Will be reevaluated on Monday. Well, if it is a calf strain, it's he's got the bye week, which is it's a lot. You're getting a lot of days here. I think you get it's almost like 2 weeks really when you think about it. So he's got a lot of time to recover that. It'll be determined, what degree is that calf strain. So we'll see on that. We'll see on that. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. See what else we got in the chat box, guys. Really good game of the Cowboys. 35-29 OT. Highlights of the game: Randy Gregory, the block punt, CeeDee Lamb with the clutch catches all game long. He had a breakout game today. 9 catches, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. So if you had CeeDee Lamb on your fantasy team, you tore it up, man. You tore it up. All right. Ezekiel Elliott had a good game as well. I mean, he had a lot of catches in the game as well. So if you're in a PPR league, you got some points from him on that. He had 7 receptions for 50 yards. So 50 yards in the air, 60 something on the ground. So Ezekiel Elliott having a really good season, man. He's looking really fine tuned. He really took care of his body in the offseason, and it's really paying off. Now he gets to recoup here at the bye week. So be ready, come off fresh for that Minnesota game. That's going to be another physical game. That's going to be a physical game. Last time we played them, it was a hell of a game. That running attack is something special there. We'll see if Dalvin Cook is going to be injured or not. But we're so physical, I think that we'll probably knock him out of the game. Dalvin Cook is made of paper. So knock that boy around left and right, and we'll take it to him. Dan the Man Cunningham, Gregory. Yeah, that sack was huge. That was a big hit. They got to him. They got to Mac Jones there a little bit. But man, That Mac Jones, he really landed in a good system. I think they got themselves a nice little quarterback there for the Patriots. Unfortunately, let's see what else we got in here. Gregory's the man, bro. Does he get a second contract with the Cowboys? Do you want Randy Gregory to be re-signed? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the comments. Nick Stunge, am I right tomorrow? Lucky we got the bye. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it too much. I wouldn't really be worried about it. Jesus, he strained his calf. Yeah, he strained it. He really put his body on the line. You know what I mean? We have those before in more one occasion, and each time we get a lot of penalties on us, and they cost us some games. Yeah, penalties were the storyline of the game today. Some of them were legit on replay, but a lot of them were just nitpicky as well, especially on defense. Some of those calls were straight BS. So the refs, they try to get us, man. They try to get us. I saw Mike McCarthy on sideline. He was pretty upset. I mean, I think we all were, right? Yeah, guys. So if you're just now jumping in, got a report here that Dak Prescott finished the game with a strained calf, MRI tomorrow, by various reports, but nothing really to be too worried about. Junior D, Dak seemed okay during the interview after the game. Yeah, I think if it was very very serious, he probably wouldn't even have made that interview. So I think we're good there, man. Not too worried about that. Gregory should get a new contract now. Yeah, I think he's going to be in conversation. Definitely should be in the conversation. When is D Law coming back? D Law's not coming back after the bye. We're looking at around mid to late November. So we still got a ways to go on D Law. So he's not one of the guys that's going to come back after the bye week. He's still got a bit more to go on that. So we'll keep an eye on that one there. Now, the conversation during the bye week will be, do you need to get some more bodies here on defense? Do you need another edge rusher? You know what I mean? Are you good with Randy Gregory and who else? Terrell Basham has been kind of a little bit of a bust at free agency. He hasn't done crap. So if it were me, if they want to make any kind of move, maybe a mid-level, maybe throw a fifth rounder, maybe get like a Robert Quinn type of deal with somebody, you might think about doing something like that. I think we need another pass rusher. Outside of Randy, been kind of quiet, But guys, let me know what you guys think. We're definitely going to talk about it here during the bye week. We got a lot of coverage to come with you during the bye week, so make sure you guys check back here. Cowboys Blog, good to see you in the chat box. Where do you think Joseph will fit in? I think they'll work him in little by little. You might see him in some nickel packages. Maybe they give him a look at slot. I wouldn't peg him as necessarily being 100% on the outside to start because this team really likes Anthony Brown, and he's got to show that he's ready to rock and roll first of all. So I think when Calvin Joseph comes back, they'll work him in little by little on packages. You might see him a little bit in the slot. Maybe he's going to compete there with Jordan Lewis, and maybe he'll get some looks on the outside occasionally. So we'll see how they use him. He's got a lot of speed out there. The speed has really helped this defense turn it around this year. There's no doubt about that. So he'll definitely have a spot. No doubt about that. So good question there, Cowboys, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Soup Trap. Thought the linebackers didn't have a great game. Yeah, I agree. And there was a lot of missed tackles there. Keanu Neal had one. He could have stuffed the runner in the backfield, and Damian Harris, broke off some yardage. Leighton Vander Esch had a missed tackle that really stuck out to me. Parsons was pretty damn quiet, very quiet. You know, so these guys aren't going to have all-star games every single game. So not really going to make a big deal about that one there. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, linebackers, they definitely didn't have a really good game this week. It was all about, the secondary. I thought the secondary for the most part, did their thing. They didn't really get anything deep down the field. I mean, there was the busted play there in the fourth to Diggs, but other than that, this defense really did their thing. They're being clutch when they need to. We're getting takeaways every game now. We're getting a takeaway. We're getting sacks. Randy Gregory had 2 sacks today. Forced fumble. So amazing. A tackle for loss. I mean, not a forced fumble. So good play there by him, man. Good play there. Trevon Diggs led the team with tackles in the secondary. 5 tackles, the interception, pick 6. So really good game, guys. Enjoy your victory Monday. Like I'm very pleased with this victory. It looked kind of hairy there at the end there, but man, they stuck it out. And that's the thing, when Diggs got the pick 6 and then Mac Jones turned around and scored, it was like, oh man, I think we're done. I think that's it. But they stuck with it. This team really did their thing. So shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everybody in the chat box, man. Make sure you guys pound that like button. Helps the channel out immensely. So that's all we have tonight, guys. I appreciate all you guys watching this on the replay and in the chat box. So, guys, see you a little bit later in the week. We'll talk about a little bit more in this game on Tuesday for the Frisco report. And I got a lot of stuff coming up here for the channel during the bye week. We got some draft stuff that's got coming out. Make sure you check back on that. That's going to be a fun video. We might even do a bye week mock draft. So make sure you guys come back for that. And we'll see you for the next video, guys. Peace out. Victory Monday, bro. Victory Monday. On one side, but that guy on the other side.